whether it's the tax devolution, whether it is different arms, the private sector and others taking that leap forward. Today, the Northeast, that was always considered prior to a decade ago as the periphery of India, has become the center of the growth story of India. Our 8 states together as an amalgam, not that one is an outlier, but all 8 states, on a decadal basis, growing at between 12 to 13% on a CAGR basis. Unheard of, unseen of, unexperienced. But truly they are the growth engine of India's economy on this day as we go forward. You have a combination of one of the richest cultural tapestries ever known to man, along with the most abundant reservoir of natural resources. And if you combine this cultural tapestry along with the reservoir of natural resources and top it with the strategic geographical positioning of the Northeast, these 3 factors together translate it into the most powerful gateway in the world to Southeast Asia. The last 10 years of committed investment, the last 10 years of the Prime Minister's resolve on infrastructure, on healthcare, on education, on submarine cable, today has set the platform for that rise of the Northeast into the economic power that it portends to be, not only for India, but for the world. And therefore, this event, under the auspices of the Ministry of Donor, is the harbinger of those winds. Those winds like the monsoon winds that we will experience in the next couple of weeks, that will bring that Amrit, that nectar, that capability to the Northeast. And therefore today, I invite all of you to join in witnessing the dawn of this new era for this magnificent region. An era that promises prosperity, not only for the Northeast, but the rest of India, and I dare say the rest of Southeast Asia. So before I speak on what awaits us over the 48 hours that we have tried to construct, to take a blank canvas and paint with different hues, I would like to talk a little bit about our journey that has led to this day as we unveil the curtain raiser for this summit. We have been, ladies and gentlemen, on a mission. The Ministry of Donor, the leadership of all 8 states, all our other 54 line ministries at Government of India, who have worked assiduously together to be able to present the bouquet of investments that we have been able to present to you this afternoon. And it's been an inordinate amount of hard work. And I can only go back to my days as an investment banker, when I used to conduct road shows for a capital raising event. And today it gives me great pride that my colleague and I, Mazumdar Sahab and I, and Secretary Sahab have, along with the Chief Minister of the States, conducted these road shows across the length and breadth of India. From Bengaluru and Chennai to Mumbai to Ahmedabad to Indore to Kolkata, across the north, south, east, west of India. And the interest that we experienced amongst every business person, be it services, be it manufacturing, be it agriculture, the attractiveness towards going to an unexplored area which presents tremendous potential was huge. And along with our 9 road shows, as Secretary Sahab said in his address, an evening workshop with ambassadors and high commissioners of 76 countries, who also displayed a tremendous sense of enthusiasm towards this area of the Northeast. 6 state roundtables, 6 sector-specific industry interactions. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank the leadership of all 8 states. Our role is a facilitatory one. Our role is one to be able to assist the states in terms of translating their vision, their desires, their expectations. And over the last 1 year, while on one hand we have been working across the board on these 9 road shows, we've also been working institutionally with these states, looking at a SWOT analysis, a comparative and competitive advantage analysis of every state, working with each state to set up an investment promotion authority which will give a single window clearance and a reassurance to every investor who is embarking towards the Northeast. And I'm glad to report to you that 6 states have set up an IPA, an Investment Promotion Authority. Working with each one of these states across 11 parameters in terms of a logistics policy. For each and every state, looking at the best in class across the world and what is it that we need to work on within these 8 states. And so each state coming up with their own logistics policy. And along with that, under the chairmanship of our Home Minister, Amit Shah ji, when we held the NEC, we've also set up for the first time in the history of India 8 state-level, high-level task force, 1 on sports, 1 on infrastructure, 1 on international trade, where the leader of this high-level task force will look at the Northeast region as a whole. And therefore, there has been a lot of work that's been done behind the curtain, if you will, which has resulted today in 732 proposals worth 1,12,000 crores. But I want to add a caveat here. This does not include 2 very important subsets of investment. The first is the private sector industrial groups. And I personally have met with 6 industrial groups, as Secretary has enumerated. Secretary Sahab and MOS Sahab have met with a number of PSUs, which is the second group. And it is our estimation that both of these subsets will add another 1.5 to 2 lakh crores in terms of investment capability. So it is our desire that this summit will not only be in an investment summit, but it will be a recognition that a region that was long perceived to be remote is now very central to India's growth story. A reaffirmation that under the leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, the Northeast is no longer waiting for the future. The Northeast is building it. Now, Secretary Saab has talked about the multiple sessions that we are going to have over the next 48 hours on the 23rd and the 24th. And suffice to say that this will bring together industrialists, diplomats, foreign companies, domestic companies, put together on a vibrant platform that will be buzzing with activity, exploring multiple opportunities, from agriculture to artificial intelligence, from tourism to textiles, and from healthcare to heritage. The inaugural session will be chaired by our Prime Minister on the 23rd of May and will be attended by all our chief ministers, our governor, our chief secretaries, our cabinet ministers, our members of parliament, diplomats, ambassadors, investors, industry bodies, international participatory organizations. And so it will be, in many ways, a union of people with one goal: to transform the capability of this region. As Secretary Saab has said, the first day will have 5 very distinct sessions in addition to the inaugural session. One on the threads of heritage, one on the green potential of the Northeast, 100,000 megawatts of hydropower alone, solar, wind in addition, one on IT for Ashtalakshmi, one on infrastructure and logistics, one on unlocking capital for this region, and day 2 will have 6 sessions. Trade and global linkages, entertainment and sports, agri-value chain, and education to entrepreneurship. So there will be a bevy of sessions that cover the whole universe for our region. We will also have over 100 dedicated B2G and B2B sessions, where our foreign investors, our industry groups, chambers of commerce, foreign missions, startups, all will come together to form a nucleus. And finally, the valedictory session on the 24th afternoon will be chaired by none other than our Home Minister, Amit Shah ji, accompanied by all our MOUs and intents, letters of intent that will be formally exchanged on that day. And therefore, it will stand as a testament to the implementation and the execution of what was a dream and what was a vision. And therefore, as the sun rises each day on the Emerald Hills and the Peak Hills of the Northeast, I believe that it brings with it the promises of inclusion, of growth, and of renewal. The Rising Northeast Summit 2025, ladies and gentlemen, is the beginning of a transformational journey for the Northeast, where the Northeast is not only supported, but it is empowered. Where the Northeast is not just celebrated, but it is truly invested in. And therefore, I invite all of you to come join us at Bharat Mandapam on the 23rd and 24th of May to invest